Hey, Tubies, it's Psychic Bob. Here we are. It's seance time. And isn't that wonderful? I tell you, I've had such a mystical day. Cola and I went to the chalice. Well, we had the best time. And I'm going to drink some mystical water now before our seance. This is some water I got from the chalice well. And according to what the tradition is, you're supposed to add just a few drops to your daily drinking water. This water is mystical and blessed, very ancient well. If you didn't see today's video, see just a few drops is all you do. You need to go see it. It's in my video feed on the front screen of my channel. Now, YouTube has separated out the live shows and the videos, so they're different areas. So you'll need to go over to the videos. But they gave us these chalice well bottles, and I filled it with holy water. It's safe to drink. So I've been nibbling on that a little bit today and just getting blessed. Well, welcome to our show. If you're new here, I should probably introduce myself. I shouldn't assume everybody knows me. My name is Bob Hickman.
Who are you?
I'm Bob Hickman. Who are you?
Who's he?
Yeah. All right. That's Cole. She's just being trouble today. I let her go. I let her out of the house to go to the chalice well. She's just been a little loopy ever since. I think something in the water. I do.
Definitely something in the water, Bob.
Something in the water. Anyways, we had a really great day, seriously, and it's been very mystical. I have to show you my beautiful print. If you didn't see the video, you haven't probably seen this yet, but look at this beautiful artwork I got. The goddess of Glastonbury of the chalice well. Here she is. She's an ancient mother. She's got her arms up. She's holding the sacred chalice of the mother. She's over the well. That's where we were today. And back there's the tour that I climbed a few days ago. So isn't that beautiful artwork? Anyways, I'm really excited. I had to buy it today. And I'm going to have that framed when I get back to the States. So if I get it back to the States, Cola already said she's going to steal it. Well, I'm glad you guys are here. And if you didn't see the chalice well video, please, after tonight's show, go see it. It's really something. It was very sacred, very special. And, it's one of those things that's like a sacred pilgrimage when you go there. I've been dreaming of going to the chalice well for years. I used to have dreams about the chalice well. And to actually go there, it's just really amazing. But I am glad you guys are here and welcome. Today's Thursday, and we're going to hold traditional spiritualist seance. That's right. I come out of the spiritualist church. And what we used to do in the spiritual church is we'd gather in a little circle at the church in the seance room, and the mediums would go into trance and spirits would speak through them. It's always been fascinating. And over time, I developed my trance skills and learned how to channel. And so today I'm going to go into trance and channel, hopefully, messages will come through. I never know what's going to happen. I have to be honest. It's always an adventure, so I don't know. But we're going to at least try to open the channel and see who's going to come through. Okay? You never know. But it's good to have all of you here and welcome tonight. So I see a lot of it. There's TV Media Girl. There's Amelia Mattis is here. Lady Jane is here. Amy Radcliffe is here. Lady Bree is here. There's Robin Boston. Hello, Robin. Good to see you. There's Stardust C. TV Media Girl. Amy Radcliffe. Well, welcome. There's Robert Stevens. There's Sherman Freeman. Hello. So good to have all of you here. There's Sandra D. Stardust C. Karen Bryan. Yeah, there you go. There's Justin Harrison's here. Who's my little pony?
Sherman Freeman with My Little Pony.
Oh, that's great. Hi, Sherman.
A
we love your little pony. Cola loves that. Yay. Well, this is so good to have you here. So do you like stuff? Hello. Good to see you. Welcome. Well, anyways, guys, I'm so glad you're here. And if you didn't see the chalice well video, please see that later tonight. I'm wearing my silver chalice well pendant. And what's really cool is like I've always loved the symbol of the chalice well, and I've studied it. But to actually go there now, it just gives a whole new meaning to this symbol for me. So I really enjoyed it. And I hope you'll enjoy coming along on our adventure. Anyways, we got a lot more coming here. Every day we're going to have some adventure, so just hang with us. But for right now, I'm going to take down the lights. I like to do channeling in subdued light. I've always said that trance channeling is kind of the borderline between physical mediumship and mental mediumship. Now, the spiritualist church says it's mental mediumship because spirits overshadow your mind. But I also think for them to bring their voices through and control your body, I think it's physical mediumship. So I like to do physical mediumship in softer light. And so that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to take down the lights here and get ready to go into trance. Now, if you've never seen trance channeling, I just need to clarify, I am not in any danger. Cola is here to keep an eye on me. But what happens is when I go into trance, spirits overshadow my consciousness and they take temporary, and that's the word, temporary control. It's not really take control. I share. I let them use my body to come through. So it's understood. It's a trust between me and the spirit people. And we'll see what happens, you know. Anyways, I think I should drink some of my chalice well water to get blessed here.
You're blessed without the water, Bobs.
Well, thank you,
You've
Cola.
got such a lovely woman in your life.
I am blessed by Cola, aren't I? Thank you, Cola. All right. Well, Cola's going to keep an eye on me and make sure nothing happens.
Nothing that happens.
So we're going to take down the lights now. And just gather around here. If you were in my house, which in a sense you are virtually, we'd sit in a little circle here. So pull up your chairs and know that you are invited to our seance circle. All right. So I'm having a little delay here called a little lag time. Hopefully it'll catch up. But we're gonna go into trance. Let's do a little invocation to open the door to the other side, shall we? All right. Just join with me now. Mother, Father God, great divine spirit, we thank you for this chance to gather. We ask you to bless our gathering tonight. We invite those master guides, teachers, and loved ones from the other side who would come to speak to us. Grant us your blessing and your presence, and let us be open to your teachings and wisdom. We thank you, divine spirit, and all who come from the other side. Let us open the door now to the other side and be prepared to receive those who would come in love and light. Blessed be. So mote it be. Amen. All right. Well, I'm going to settle down and go into trance. And I guess I'll see you when I get back. Oh, there we go. Give us just a moment while we get control of the medium's frequency. Oh, there we go. I think we got a good fit here. Well, top of the day to all of you. It's Fletcher here, just popping in to say hello to all of you. And might I say, there's a lot of soul glow out there tonight. And I welcome all of you to our little gathering here. You know, whenever those of us who can come over from the spirit world get a chance to mix with you earth people, well, we find it quite a joy. For our two worlds are so closely connected. The spirit world and the earth world are really touching in on each other. Oh, so many people say, oh, the spirit world's far away. But it's not. It's right next to you. And so be open to the presence of the spirit. We're whispered away. And if you call on us, we'll surely help you. Well, I got a few people we want to pop in here tonight. So I'll be stepping from the medium's body and let them come through. But I'll be watching closely. This is Fletcher. Over and out. I think we have obtained the body. Good evening. It is a true pleasure to be here with each of you tonight. It's been some time since I've had the opportunity to visit with you. For those of you who do not know me, let me introduce myself. My name is Alfred, and I am a guide to this medium. And I hope that in time I may be a guide to some of you who are open to my voice and my presence. As Fletcher said earlier, it is a great pleasure and a joy and an honor for us to come over from the spirit world to speak to each of you. When I was a young man, I had a great fascination with spirituality. My parents were conservative Protestants and had no interest in spiritual matters outside of the Orthodox Church. They read the Bible constantly and went to church. Their form of religion filled me with a lot of guilt in my youth. I thought to laugh, to dance, to play music was all a sin. As I got older, I left them and I joined the Spiritualists and eventually an occult order that studied magic. I learned that the world of spirit is much larger than what many people would believe. If you feel that you are being hampered by a church or a teaching that is limiting your life, I challenge you to walk away from it. If you will discover your own inner voice, your own inner spirit, you'll be much closer to God. The problem is most people never hear their inner voice, for they only listen to the direction of those who know so very little. And as they listen to those who direct them, they find themselves going down paths which they are not in harmony. That lack of harmony slows down their progress, their growth. So sometimes rebellion is necessary in the spiritual life. And if you rebel against those who limit you, you will find freedom in the spirit. When I joined the spiritualist movement, my family disowned me. They said that I'd gone the way of the devil. If only I had stayed with my spiritualist compatriots and listened to their advice and those of the spirits who would come to me at seances. Unfortunately, I thought that I could expand my mind through experimenting with drugs, and I developed a horrible opiate addiction that later ended my life and led me into a place of darkness. Do not be as I were. Do not think that drugs will expand the mind. They only temporarily give you a feeling of euphoria. True spiritual light is within you. You have no need of artificial stimulants or excessive things such as alcohol or drugs to reach heaven. Heaven is not far away, and as Fletcher said earlier, it is a whisper away. The spiritual world and the material world overlap. And if you wish to be close to the spiritual world, all you must simply do is ask. If you say, Alfred, will you help me? I shall come and help you with your quest. There are many of us here who wait for the opportunity to be of service to humanity, and I do hope that you will call upon us in time. So fear not, the spirit world is your friend. We are your allies. We will not abandon you. We will not injure you. It is true there are evil spirits. I know some of you will say, but Alfred, I've heard there are evil spirits. Yes. In the spirit world, as in the earth world, there is free will. People can choose paths of darkness and evil even here. But we find that most people tire of that. They may wish to be a spooky ghost and haunt people and create havoc on the earth. But after a while, they find that this activity is boring, and they seek higher things, better things, more noble things. All of human life has the chance to evolve, and this is a truth that is missed often by your Christian churches upon the earth. The Christian church will tell you that you have an opportunity only after a brief lifespan to improve your soul, to be close to God. And if you miss it, you'll find yourself in hell forever. It is true there are hellish realms here, but they're only temporary until you awaken. The mercy of God is that the human soul gets the opportunity to grow. It has the opportunity to evolve, to learn, to move closer to the light. This is why we come from the spirit world to speak to you this evening, to remind you that it is not too late. Some of you condemn yourselves already, think you live lives of debauchery or sin, and perhaps some of you have. But I think really, if in all honesty and truth, most humans judge themselves far too harshly. Those who dwell in the spirit world see your foibles. We know your complexities of thought. We understand what drives you to obsessions and compulsive behaviors, and sometimes self-destructive behaviors. But we do not look upon you with judgment. We look upon you with compassion, with mercy, with understanding. Try to understand that your soul is working at very complex situations, many of which you're not even consciously aware of. You have past life karma. You have current life karma. You have learning. You have forgetfulness. All of these factors affect who you are and how you operate. We look at many her things with a bit of amusement, but when we see them doing insane and dangerous things, we think, oh, were we once like that? No, it is not judgment we look upon you with, it is with compassion and understanding. So do not fear, no matter how bad your life has been. The fact that you're alive on earth means that you have an opportunity to change, to grow, to evolve. Have faith in our world as we have faith in yours. And together our alliance, our partnership, will help each of us to grow. I thank you for receiving me this evening. My name is Alfred. I do hope you shall call upon me. I shall step from our medium now to others who wish to speak. My blessings and greetings to all of you. My name is Alfred. Oh, this is Fletcher. Give us just a moment while we get control of the medium's frequency. Oh, there we go. Well, I got a lady be back here pacing about, so I won't delay her. Here she is. Greetings, my dears. This is Rose. Can you hear me, dear? Oh, I do hope we are coming through our medium. When we have the opportunity to visit, it brings us all great joy. Do you know over here the countless souls waiting for the opportunity to visit, to say hello. And when we come over, we don't like to waste our time, for we know that time is precious, even in the spirit world where there is no time. Time is in some ways still calculated. We understand that time on earth passes very quickly. And so many humans waste their lives seeking after vain things, vanity and wealth and power. I should know, I was one of them. But you know, when you come to the spirit world, you will discover that the true things that are truly valuable are love. Love is all here. Love and light, and the light is love. It is said in the Bible that those who live in love live in God, and God lives in them. My vicar used to say this in the church, and I do think he was most accurate. At the time, I thought it was a little highbrow, and I said, well, I don't quite know about that, but I must say, since coming to the spirit world, it is the truth. Do not turn away from love. Love will save you in the end. People say, well, what about Jesus? Oh, Jesus saves us. Oh, yes, dear. Jesus can save you. But really, Jesus wants you to save yourself. He came to the earth to be an example of love and light, to teach us how to have compassion and forgiveness. But we must do our part. It is not enough simply to say, well, I just cast it all on Jesus. This is the mistake that many Christians, and I wish no offense to any Christians here, but many churches have it wrong. They said, it doesn't matter what you do. Once you love Jesus, you're all good to go. But you're not, my dears. For on that day that you cross over to the light, you will give an accounting of how you have lived. Oh, no, it's not God sitting in judgment. There's no judgment from the Spirit or from the spirit world. But you will be acutely aware of your own misgivings, your own failings. We invite you to start to live like Jesus. Believing in Jesus is good and well, but it's simply not enough. And it doesn't really matter, my dear, whether you believe in Jesus or Buddha or Allah or any of the gods. Nunos, what does that the pagans say? The ancient goddess. All of them exist here in the spirit world. And so do not fear. The God whom you adore, you will encounter when you come here, whether you call him Krishna or Jesus. It does not matter, my dear. But what is most important is that you will look at your own life through your own spiritual eyes, eyes that see the truth, my dear, and are not deluded. And if you have to face yourself, that is the harshest of judgments. But when you come here, we shall help you. We shall help you to let go of fear. We shall help you to live in love. So do not hold on to that fear that God will judge you. We won't, as we said, it's not so important as you believe in Jesus or believe in Allah, Buddha. Your belief doesn't count for much here. But what does count is how you live. If you live for love, then you will be as Jesus would want, or Buddha, or Allah, or any of them. Krishna. It doesn't matter what the name is, my dear. But the message of Jesus was not to follow around and worship him. His message was to live as he lived. And he said, why do wonder at the things that I do, when ye shall do even greater things? To understand what he was saying. Within you is a great, immense spiritual power, and that power that comes through you will give you light, and it will give you life. Oh, my dears, we do hope that you will grasp the truth of what we are trying to say to you. Please listen. We take a lot of energy to come over from our world to your world. And so we invite you, my dears. Live in light. Live in love. Live as your God would have you to live. And if you live like your God would have you to live, then you will have no fear. For in the moment of death, you shall see your God. You shall be embraced by your divine power. We call God here infinite intelligence, for it is the conscious love that animates all life. And it will support you. It shall sustain you. You will have no difficulty in understanding it. When I first came here, I must say I was rather dingy. I wore grey robes. At first they seemed brilliant, but then when I compared my clothing to those around me, I said, why don't I have finer clothes? I'm used to the best. And they said, Rose, you will earn your beauty here. Do you see, all things are kept in the light here. And as you love and you let go of your selfishness, you increase in beauty. There are beings here so radiant. If you were to see the angels, you should die of shock at the intense beauty of their light. We humans here have the chance to be like them, really to be like God, who's the infinite light. But over here, it is your deeds. Your beliefs have value, but only to a certain degree. How you embrace those beliefs is far more important than what you believe. There are people who arrive here in the spirit world, and they say, what? There are Buddhists here. They didn't read the Holy Bible. How could they be here? They're supposed to be in hell. It's quite a shock for some souls, for their understanding is so narrow and so judgmental that they miss the opportunity to understand love. In time, they let go of their prejudices and they start to live in love. And so we invite you, if you have fear of God, start with the concept. Instead of saying God the Father, for some of you that is very painful. Maybe try God the Mother. Or how about our word, infinite intelligence? I think it's a lovely term. You know, my neighbor Madge used to talk about infinite intelligence. And you know, I didn't quite get it at the time, but now I do. And I hope you shall as well, my dears. Whilst I'm here, I should like to have a word with a few of you, if I might. I should like to speak over here to a wonderful lady, my dear sister Marjana. I've heard our medium and his girlfriend call you Marzi. I think it's a lovely name. Don't mind if I call you Marzi. I think it's most beautiful. Whilst I'm here, I should like to send a greeting to you from the spirit world. My dear, we know that you're at a point of transition in your life. Do not be afraid of change. You're ready now to have a new life with a little more freedom, a little less anxiety. And I want to help you with that. As you're looking at that work offer, we encourage you to go ahead and move forward. It is your time for opportunity for change. Do not, my dear, hold on to what if. No, my dear, we have brought you to this point of transition. And in the next few weeks, you will find freedom and opportunity. Whilst I'm here, I have a dear lady who should like to speak to you. And so I shall let her come through if we can. Fletcher, we will put her through with me. Yes. Marzana, can you hear me? This is your grandma, Sania. Oh, this is a wonderful woman. She tells me so much about you. She loves you very much, but your grandma, she loves you more. And we come to remind you, you must pray. You must have a little bit of faith. Faith. I do not say the words so perfect. My English struggle to speak through medium here. But we come to help you. Please, Marjana, continue to pray. Will you please send my greeting to your mother and father? I love them both very much. They both like children to me. And you, my great-granddaughter, my blessed granddaughter, so good you are. Do you know here in heaven, I walk in a beautiful field every day and I see the glowing sky. And I think how fortunate I am that I have the opportunity to live here, to live with God, to live with Mother Mary. You know, here there's many sacred place like on earth. We have Jasnagora here. It is so beautiful, the mountain of light where Mother Mary lived. The Madonna often speak to us from Jasnagora. You know this mountain you have seen, yes? You will see in your dream because I will take you to Jasnagora. Please know that I come here tonight simply to tell you to live in a love. Love your God. Love all you can. It is this power that saved me, that bring me over here to the light. I love you very much, my granddaughter. Thank you for letting me to come to speak to you. Please let the love of God fill your heart. Let it work through you. Breathe in the Spirit, and you will know the power of the world now that I live in. Please know that you are loved. Do not doubt. Have some faith. Call upon angel. Call upon Mother Mary. Jesus, a sacred power so great here. And we love you very much. I thank you for letting me come speak to you. I love you this year, your grandma, Ania. Oh, this is Fletcher. Give us just a moment. We've got to get control of the frequency. Oh, there we go. I think Rose has a few more words. There we go, my dears. Can you hear me? Oh, it's such a pleasure. Dear Marshall, I hope you enjoyed the visit from your grandmother. It was a lovely day to Shiz, and I'm so thankful that you received us this evening. Oh, my dear, please, thank you. Thank you for letting me come and speak to you. Whilst I'm here, I have another person I should like to speak to tonight. I should like to speak to Lady Jane. Lady Jane of the Earl Grey Teacher. What a lovely name that is. Lady Jane, I'm coming here tonight to bring some healing power to you. The spirit world knows that you've been struggling with so many things. Your nervous system is a bit overtaxed. You see, my dear, you're a medium naturally, and your system oscillates at a high frequency. And you've been under an immense amount of stress. All of this has a toll upon the physical apparatus. The body has its limits, my dear. We encourage you to rest a bit. I want you to know, my dear, that you're going to see in the coming months your stress levels lower. Those who would seek to destroy your family, their power is waning. They shall not continue their harassments against you. You will find that as you move into the springtime, there's a greater sense of freedom in your life and a greater sense of joy. We want you to know that you shall not be abandoned by the spirit world. And we send our blessings over to you. Your dear father is here and wishes to have a word with you. Let's see if we can bring him to the medium. Just a moment, my dear. Fletcher, be with us. Hello, Jane. Is your father coming in? Sorry, my voice is very weak tonight. I can't seem to get it right. They're trying to come through, but power's not very strong. But I hope you can hear me. Sometimes it's hard for us to come through. But I want to just all say that I love you and I'm very sorry. All the times that I weren't around. If I could be there, I would, and I'd be helping with all the children. Oh, you got some good bands there, and you don't have to worry. I'll be helping you, my dear. Just continue to call upon me. You're very loved. And I know you've had trepidation about those eyes. We're not going to have no problems with them eyes. We're going to see to it that they get stronger. Oh, you got too much to do to be walking around half blind. It's not your path. Listen, we can help you, dear. Keep talking to us. We can hear you every day. Dad, we're visiting with you. Dear, I'm sorry the power's not strong tonight. Thank you for letting me go. Love you, my dear. There we go. Oh, dear. Lady Jane, I'm so sorry. Some problems with the frequency here. Sometimes it's difficult for the medium to hold the vibration, and your father's energy was a little strained tonight. But we do hope you were able to receive at least a little bit of his guidance. Oh, my dear, you're so blessed. You have many people over here in spirit helping you. Remember to keep looking to the spirit world. You're not forgotten to us, my dear. Thank you, my dear, for letting me bring him through to you this evening. My blessings to you, and thank you for receiving me. And I do hope this message brings you some hope tonight. Oh, my, so lovely to be here. Baroness Cola, can you hear me, my dear?
Yeah,
Are we coming through?
absolutely.
Wonderful, dear. Oh, it's so nice to be in close proximity to you. It makes it so much nicer for us. Listen, my dear, I must tell you here tonight that you've got a lot of help also coming from the spirit world. You're going to find that this next year, 2023, is your year of joy. It's a year of freedom, a year of excitement. You will find security, my dear. The things that you hold on to in fear shall not control you much longer. We invite you to plan good things, for good things are coming to you. In fact, Doris is here, and she'd like to have a word with you, my dear. Doris, would you like to step in?
Did you have a quick?
Oh, like I said, you can't die for the life of you. Hi. Miss Cola, can you hear me? It's Doris here. Oh, it's so good to be with you. Listen, love, I gotta tell you, I know that you've been struggling with that health issue around the eyes and the stomach and all of that. But we're gonna put some power into you. You know, you gotta just let us work through you. Now, you know, I'm glad you've been drinking your orange juice because I done threw some oranges at you the other day. And we got more oranges for you. And you're doing right. But take it in moderation, my dear. Take it in moderation. You know, I remember when I was a young lass, you know, a young girl, my mum used to say, she says, daughters, drink your orange juice, eat your porridge. And I used to say, oh, I can't be bothered with all that. And then my dad would come, my father would come, and he'd say, do the same. You know, it's funny, I always listened to my father. I don't know. I had a lot of conflicts with my mother. And I know that you've had conflicts in your past with your family. And I suppose all families have conflicts. But I hope you know that I'm not trying to bully you, pick on you. I'm only trying to help you. And we're going to get you some vitamins because, well, you need a little bit more of that. I think you need to be taking a supplement, my dear. Just a little bit. Vitamin B12, a little C, all that would be good for you. And I'm going to help you get that sorted out. So, also, got to tell you, I've been hearing from Rose over here, and she's saying to tell you, she says she's been bending the ear of the council folk, and it looks like you're going to be getting a house soon. Your name is right at the top of the list. Now, you know, without our influence, it would have been a lot longer. But I think that in the next 2 weeks, you're going to be having a word with them. And so be prepared for that. We're working on it back here. I'm working on strengthening your health. She is working on getting your house. And your grandma's back there also working on it. So you got a whole team back here helping you. And by the way, I'm going to be helping you with that spirit work you're doing. So you be listening because you're going to get more spirit voices soon. And that lady that you heard the other night, where she was right in the room with you, I'm not a troublesome. She's a good helping spirit. But we're going to bring some more of them to you to give you evidence. And listen, my dear, not only that, are you going to get them on your, what do you call that, on your telephone? You're going to also get them in person. You're going to start hearing the voices, not only in your ear, but in the world that everybody can hear. Leslie's going to help you with that direct voice phenomena. So just be watching for it. Well, I better step out now and sing the medium's power training. Send you my love, my dear. It's Doris. Oh, there we go. Oh, Lady Nicola, so nice that daughters could come. We had the best conversations over here. It's so strange because my neighbor Madge used to go see Doris and have sittings with her. And I always had an opportunity, and I never did take advantage whilst I was on there. Well, I have a good time with her over here, and we're so glad that we could bring her through for you tonight. Thank you, my dear. You have the blessings of spirit. Whilst I'm here, I should also like to say hello to another soul here tonight, to dear Robert Stevens. Hello, Robert. Can you hear me? This is Rose. Now, Robert, I'm not here to lecture you, no, my dear, but I come as a friend and a guide to help you along the way. Dear Robert, you must be kinder and gentler with yourself. You get yourself worked up in a state, and then you think, oh, I don't know what to say or do. And you act a little crazy at times, half running off with tales that are not 100% true. Slow down, my dear. Do know that many humans make errors because they rush to judgment about things and then they've misspoken or misstepped. We want you to slow down, my dear. You've been under a lot of pressure. And that pressure, my dear, will make you make mistakes that could hurt those around you. Oh, we don't think intentionally you ever wish to hurt anyone. But, my dear, slow down your thought process. Slow down your speech. Be kind and gentle. And might we say, my dear, you might wish to avoid a little extremes and, the tippling a little bit. We know you like a little drink. And, oh, my dear, there's nothing wrong with a good drink, but keep that in moderation. It's essential for your spiritual life, that you have all things in balance. We think that this next year for you, 2023, will be a year of great joy. You will have greater financial freedom. And as you go into the springtime, you have an opportunity for more earnings. So don't worry about the money. Spirit's already working on that for you. But right now, we're most concerned that you balance the emotional self, the mental self, and keep all things in harmony. This will do you well, my dear. We thank you for receiving us, and we're so very thankful for your support for the spirit world. Thank you for having confidence in us as we have confidence in you. My blessings to you, dear Robert. Thank you so very, very much. You, dear, yes. Hold on, Fletcher wishes to come in. Oh, there we go. Give us just a moment. The medium's power is a little out of sorts tonight. There's a lot of electrical current in the air, and it's messing up the vibration. But we're going to try to stabilize it. Hold on just a moment. Oh, there we go. Well, I think Rose has another word. There we go, my dears. Can you hear me? I do hope we're broadcasting. Do you know, my dears, as I said earlier, when we have the opportunity to visit, it's a great joy for us. I should also like this evening to speak to another dear friend, Amy Radcliffe. Miss Radcliffe, may I speak to you this evening? This is Rose. My dear, I wish to remind you of something. Though you've been through a tragic time in the last few weeks, this was the work of your higher self and spirit to remove you from a toxic situation, to slowing your growth. Sometimes things on the earth are very disruptive and shocking. But those who live in the spirit discover that all things work together for the good. As my vicar used to say, all things work together for the good for those who love God. I used to think it quite a trite saying, and I used to say, well, the good vicar doesn't know what I go through. But the truth of the matter is, my dear, that all things are coming into harmony. This time of transition for you is a time for reflection of your soul. What is it that you truly value? What is it that you want to give to the earth? Are you on your spiritual path? You know, my dear, that those of us who dwell here have been reaching a course for some time. We shall not forget you. We send our light and our love to you. And you have many souls about you that want to help you. In fact, there's one here this evening. I shall see if I can endeavor to put him through. Just a moment, my dear. Amy, can you hear me? I'm here again. You know it's me. Where else would I be but hanging out with you? You sometimes think that I'm far away, but I'm not. I'm in the room with you all the time. And don't I help you with your aunt? I know sometimes that's been a little overwhelming for you. Listen, I just want to stop in here and let you know you ain't alone. Sometimes you get a little scared and you get a little overwhelmed. But didn't I tell you I'd always look out for you? Didn't I always say that? I always said I'm going to look out for you. And I'm trying. You know, since I come over here to heaven, I've had a lot of awakenings, a lot of learning, a lot of thoughts. Over here, I have time to collect my mind in a way that I suppose I didn't really do when I was alive. But really, the truth is, I'm more alive than I've ever been. And you know that. Listen, I did come to you 2 nights ago. It was me. I was standing right there by the chair when you were sitting in it. And you took your glasses off and you said, oh, I'm tired tonight. But I was right there next to you. I love to come over and visit with you. And I'm sorry I'm having trouble making myself more clear. But I do think you're feeling me. At least I hope you are. And at night, I always sit with you when you're going to sleep. I'm right there by your bed. I'm sorry I didn't let you stand by my bed more when I was crossing, but I was beside myself with anger, with grief, with fear. And you know, the funny part is that all that anger and fear, what did it get me? Once I got over here, just all dissolved. What a waste of time that was. And I am surely sorry to everybody who I was mean to at the end there. I told a lot of people, don't come around. I don't want to see you. I ain't interested. And I still don't understand what that was about. I guess I was out of my head with delusion. I was in some pain. I couldn't breathe. My kidneys was messed up. My sugar levels gone to hell. But anyways, it don't matter about none of that now because I'm in my spirit body. Ooh, and you know, I look good in my spirit body, I do. But anyways, it don't matter. We don't have time for vanity over here. We got a lot of work to do. But I just want to let you know that I do miss you and I do visit you. And it's not the same as when I was there. I still drive in my car and I do drive fast, I have to admit. Ain't no speed limit over here. We can go speed a light if we want. But I just want to let you know I'm all right, and I send a lot of love over to you. I know you've been under a lot of stress. And I'm coming through here just so you know that you're not alone. Do remember to call on me. Just in case you don't remember, my name's Thomas, but somehow I think you know that. I love you, dear. They're asking me to step back. I have to go now. Oh, there we go. Amen. What a lovely gentleman he is. Do you know, over here, he's made so much progress. Many souls come to the spirit world, and they have fear of life here. But then they realize that love and light govern all here. And then they slowly let go of their fear and they make progress. Your Thomas has made immense progress and is doing wonderful things here in the spirit world. Fletcher, do we have enough power to bring him through? Yes, I said. Hold on, my dears. We've got somebody else here I'd like to speak with you this evening. A dear friend of mine, and many of you love him as well. I shall let him introduce himself to you. Just a moment, my dear. Thank you, Fletcher, for letting this happen. One understands the spirit world as a place of beauty, as immense love over here. And there's one thing that the spiritualist taught me when I was a young man. My wife Edith used to say, Leslie, she said, if you could understand spiritualism, that it is about love, it is about world of beauty you cannot imagine. She said, then you would start to embrace spiritualism. And I must say, in my early days, I was a bit skeptical about all of this. I used to say, I don't know, I've met a number of them spiritualists, they're all a little daft, It was crazy, strange sort of things I would see in seances and in the churches. It made me a little trepidation about embracing this philosophy as religion. The goodness of Edith, she broke down my misgivings, my apprehensions. I suppose the greatest thing that one can do for spiritualism is to simply live its tenets. Spiritualism is not big on preaching and going about and saying, we must believe this and must believe that. No. I think the best spiritualists that I encountered during my lifetime were those who simply lived it. I could see in them joy and confidence, and I suppose a spiritual peace that I felt always eluded me until I became a spiritualist. And it was those who lived it rather than preached it that inspired me the most. Oh, I did love to go to the spiritualist church and learn from the ministers there. But I think that the quiet nature of those who I saw living their spiritualism was the most convincing for me. And so I come here tonight to invite you to, if you can, without pushing this far, to invite you to set aside your misgivings. Dare to consider that you might embrace spiritualism as your way of life. Well, Leslie, I don't know anything about that. How can I embrace something I know nothing of? Well, I should invite you. I was a member of the Spiritualist National Union. We had 7 principles of spiritualism. And one of them was, we believe in the fatherhood of God. And the other principles was, we believe in the brotherhood of man. I suppose, if you would start just with those 2 principles, it might be something for you to meditate upon, to contemplate. And it might bring you a little bit joy in your life. So explore the 7 principles of spiritualism as a beginning to understanding this philosophy this religion, this way of life. Well, spiritualism, as I said, is best lived rather than talked about. And so I should not beleaguer the point here by preaching old spiritualism, simply except to say it helped my life immensely, and I hope it shall help your life. I thank you for letting me to come here tonight. And those who may not be familiar with me, my name is Flint. Leslie Flint is my name. And I thank you for allowing me to come here to visit with each of you this evening. I send my blessings to all of you. Thank you, my dears. There we go. God don't hear me, my dears. This is Rose. Well, our medium's power is starting to fade, and I don't wish to tax his body. Fletcher's asked me to step from the body here. But before I go, I should like to again thank all of you for gathering here tonight. To meet with each of you is such a blessing. For those of you here who have been longing to hear from me, continue to reach out to me. I do hear the voices of those who call from the earth. And I shall come and help you. Call on any of us here this evening. Fletcher will help you. Leslie will help you, Leslie Flint. Doris will help you. Alfred shall help you, all of us. But not only can we help you, we will bring to you those other friends and guides and loved ones who will surely help you on your journey. My dears, thank you for letting me come tonight. And I do hope you've received my messages in the intent in which I wish to impart them. We bring all things over from spirit with love. And I thank you. I feel the medium's power starting to go. But I do thank you for letting me come here this evening. I do hope that each of you will embrace the truths of light and love that we bring over from the spirit world. And I thank you for letting me come. You continue to my name. Oh. Give me just a moment, guys. I gotta drink some water.
I just want to see if I can.
Oh.
I tell you what, Michelle has got me cracking up.
Well, guys, thank you so much. I hope something happened tonight. I felt some energy flowing through my body. I never know what happens, so I probably can't answer questions about what they said. I'll have to go back and watch the video. There's started saying, oh, wow, Sue Valentis here. She says, blessings to you, Bob and Colin. Thank you, Sue. Started to say, hey, Leslie Flynn, I would love to go to the spirit world to attend psychic development classes. I'll ask him. He'll probably help you with that. Lady Jane says, that was a lovely fade out. Okay. I don't know what that means, but okay. Thank you. So nice. Amsterdam said it was really great. Rebecca Hayashi said that helped. Thank you. I'm so glad this came through. Hi, Sherman Freeman says, I made age big 40 last month. Yay! Life begins at 40, trust me. I know all about that. Lady Jane says, that was so much clearer sound-wise tonight. I'm glad. That's so you could hear everything good. I'm so happy. Lady Bruce says, thank you for the seance, Uncle. I got a message through someone else's message. Oh, isn't that wonderful? Thank you, Baroness. She says, fab seance, you rocked a lot of energy in the room. I saw Janie's dad push his way through. At the same time, you gave her a message. Lots of creaking and sparkles. Oh, okay. So, Janie, your dad came through? I've got to go back and watch it because I don't know who came through.
It's in tune with the chat.
Okay.
When I said, Janie, your dad's trying to push his way through, it's about 5 seconds later, you turn around and says, Janie, we've got your dad.
Oh, no way. Are you serious?
I actually saw him. I could smell the old spices.
Ah.
He was like lingering, and I could see him trying to force his way through.
That's so cool. Well, Cola is here in the room. And one of the things that doesn't come through on YouTube, and people have sat with me in seances now, you actually feel an energy shift in the room when the spirits come through. Somebody touched you
I think it was Fletcher.
All right. Well, see, Cole, now you understand what I say when you sit with me, what happens. It's different. Did it?
In the room.
Okay. Well, there we go. We got some physical phenomena in the room tonight, Cola says.
Yeah, that was great.
Sue Valenta says, please touch the ground and say my name while you're in glassware. I will, Sue. Did you see I went to the Chalice Well today? By the way, for those of you tuning in late, I posted a video earlier today. I went to the Chalice Well and I did prayers for everybody. So please go see that if you haven't. It's in the video section. Okay, on the front screen. Lady Jane says, my dad was shoving about, LOL. Oh, I'm glad he came through. Robert Stevens says, Rose called to me too. Oh, very nice. So do you like stuff? Says, happy I popped into it. And I says, thank you for coming. I'm so glad you enjoyed it.
Majana said she would love to go to the Spirit World to have psychic development classes.
JB says, my wife said at 7 p.m. she felt a cold breeze come through the house. This was a sign I should have been watching the seance. Wow. Well, here you are. I'm glad you're here. If many of you missed it, just go back and watch. It'll be posted in just a little while. And then you can watch the whole thing from the beginning, Scott from South Carolina says he saw the Chalice Well video. Thank you, Scott. I'm so glad you got to see that today. Yay. Thank you, Robin. Robin said that was great today on your walk. Thank you so much. Well, I'm so glad you guys got to be here tonight.
Janie said spirit knocked the coffee out of hand. So that means the spirit world doesn't like coffee.
Oh, okay. Janie got spirit activity during the seance. That spirit knocked coffee out of her hand, she said. All right. There's Aaron Patricia. Hi, Aaron. Really exciting to hear those loved ones coming through for people. Thanks for all your work, PsychicBob. Thank you, guys. I don't know who all came through, so I'm going to have to go back and watch this, but I just let them take over, and I never know what's going to happen. So that's the weird thing. It's like I'm in trance. So I don't know what's come through. So I have to go back watch this. Find out what happened. But I'm so glad. Well, guys, listen, I've had a great time. I am going to rest now. I'm a little tired. It's been a full day. Cole and I got up early, and then we went to Chalice Well. We then went to lunch, and we went to dinner, and now we're doing seance.
And then we went to one of the things, which was quite rude.
Yeah, so we've been very busy.
Ding dong, ding dong.
All right. But I'm so glad you guys came tonight, and I hope that you've had a good time tonight. We had a great time, and thank you for being open to this. Hopefully, we're going to get a chance to visit some spiritualist churches here in England. I'm a member of the SNU, which
Don't
is
tell anybody.
I'm not saying what, Cola, just...
Yeah, I've told them in the chat, my lips are sealed for the new changes.
Yeah, well, we got a lot of stuff coming. But anyways, thank you for being here tonight. And
it's going to be great in advance.
Yeah. Well, listen, guys, I'm going to get off of here, but thank you for being with us. I love all of you. Cole and I send our blessings to you. Keep it here at Spirit Channel. We got more coming. And I'm not sure what we're doing in the next few days, but we'll have stuff for you.
Psychic development class on Saturday. I've let people know that it's cancelled,
Yeah.
but Inner Circle may go ahead on Sunday.
Well, we'll see how Sunday
We'll
goes.
see
Just
how it
depends.
goes.
Yeah, Saturday psychic development class is canceled because I've got a lot of stuff going on right now, so I can't do that. We may have Inner Circle on Sunday. Let me just see how things go. All right, guys, listen, I'm going to go. I love you all. Blessings to you.
Toodaloo.
And Cola and I send our love to all of you. Thank you. Blessed be and good night.